Today we discuss about the financial accounting and analysis. I, Dr. Meenu Balian, would be the facilitator for this topic. Today we would be talking about the different basics terminology which is being used while you are studying the accounting. So, why these terminology is important? Because once you are new to the accounting, that time these terms are very new to you. So, before starting the accounting, it is very necessary to know these terms, that how these terms is being used for the business. The very first term is the basic transaction. Why the transaction? What we came to know, that the transaction may be anything in which you are actually transferring something and in return you are getting something. So, whatever in the exchange you are getting, suppose you are purchasing a product and you are getting a commodity or you are getting a product in return and you are paying money. Once you paid the money, once you receive your product, that become the transaction, because you receive the value of your money that is in your hand, that is in the form of the product. So, this is known as the basic transaction. In the definition, any exchange of the money or money's worth or as goods and services between the different parties known as the business transaction. See, the transactions should be business, means it should not be personal transaction. That is why we consider in the accounting we only consider the business transactions. An event which can be expressed in terms of the money only monetary transaction would be considered, non-monetary transaction would not be considered. Money related transaction would be there only. Only money related transaction will be considered in your business. So, these transaction could be like, once you are purchasing or you are making sale and you are purchasing some goods, you are selling some goods, that these are the transaction having a business nature. The receipt and the payment of cash, or it could be on the credit basis also, means the credit is what means, once you are purchasing the goods, once you are selling the goods, you are that's immediately at the same point of time you are not getting money at the same point of time, maybe some time later you will get your money, or maybe you are getting a relaxation. Once you purchasing on credit basis, you are getting a relaxation to pay your money after some days. Transaction could be a cash transaction and it could be credit transaction. What is the cash transaction? When payment is made immediately. Suppose you visit to the store and immediately you pay with your debit card or maybe by the credit card. The money that you have used the credit card also here, but the transaction is being immediately the money has been transferred to the person's account, the business account. So, this will be this will be considered as a cash transaction. Once you are doing it credit, suppose you went to the store and you said that I need this money immediately, but I will pay after few days. So, you will use the credit term that time. As you went to the store, you use your credit card, you paid to the company, you paid to the business person, but this money would be you are paying later on to your bank account. Similarly, sometime the seller also allows some people to pay afterwards. Suppose for 1 month, for 15 days, for 20 days, this is called the relaxation. These relaxation actually being made to promote the business transaction, to promote more and more transactions, so that people would be can take the benefit for the credit transactions also. What is the asset? Asset is something which help you in generating the revenue, the things which you are purchasing for your business, and these properties, these particular items you are supposed to use at the time of business generation, at the time of generating revenue. Suppose you have purchased some machinery for the company, this machinery would be helping you into the business because you are doing some production kind of thing. Once you do the production, that time this production will help you in generating more and more revenue. So, it is a physical thing and right owned by the money value. This is resources owned by the business which are expected to give benefit in the future, because machinery is being purchased for first time and later on it will be used for 10 years, for 20 years, whatever the life of the machinery is, and afterward you will replace it. Asset may be fixed asset and the current assets. Now, these are the two terms which we need to understand first before proceeding further. Fixed asset means the things which having a life value more than 1 year and which cannot be easily converted into the cash. Suppose you have purchased machinery, the machinery is being purchased for the long time duration. So, like machinery, plant, equipments, building, land, maybe furniture, these all things are in the basic nature. These are the asset which have a basically having a fixed kind of nature, that you will be using these asset in the future year, in the future, and you will continuously you will be generating more and more revenue with the help of this. Next comes the current asset. Current assets are actually which is easily converted into the cash, which is easily converted into the cash. Like suppose you have inventory or you have stock, or making it more simpler that you have some product with you and you are going to sell it, then you can easily convert this thing into the cash. More current liquid current asset is cash, that you having cash in your account, cash in your hand, that is more liquid asset, more current assets. So, we talked about the land, building, equipment and the goodwill. Goodwill is a monetary value of the business which is calculated on the basis of your profit generation, that how much profit every year you are generating. Liabilities in the capital. Liabilities are actually these are the amount which is owned by a company, by the owner, by any enterprise to to you from the outsider. Company itself not arranging this money, but you are taking help of the some other people who are helping you in generating revenue, who are helping you, who are giving you money, and with this money you will use this money into the generation of more and more revenue. So, this is known as the liability. This is our claim of the outsider, and on the assets of the firm it is claim on the owners of the assets of the enterprises. So, every year whatever liabilities we do having, we are supposed to pay it back to our creditors, to the people to whom we have taken the loan, to whom we have taken the money. So, it could be current or it could be your fixed. Fixed could be your long term loans, it could be fixed or long term. Long term, the example could be like long term loan, or in the current liability we do having creditors, overdraft. From these you have taken the short term funding, by the creditor you are paying within a year and the overdraft you are paying within a year. So, on the basis of year you are actually paying it back. If you are paying more, taking more than 1 year for paying it back, that become your long term liability. If you are paying it immediately or within 1 year, that become your current liability. Now, the capital, actually capital is the amount with which actually the person, the business owner is starting the business. Whatever things he or she is putting into the business, that become the capital. It could be cash, it could be machinery, it could be building, furniture, whatever it is. So, it is a excess of asset and the liabilities, that is what is left on the asset and the liabilities bill would be deducted. It is also known as the net worth. Once we are calculating, once we having the assets and liability with us, we can actually calculate by subtracting it. So, for calculating the capital, we do have a formula. Capital equals to your current assets, assets, current and fixed, including all the balances, current asset and the fixed asset, and minus your liability. It would be similar, fixed and current. So, after subtracting it, if your balances is positive, means your current assets are higher than your liability, that become your capital. What is the revenue? See, revenue, once we are generating money, once we are doing business and making more and more money out of it, it is known as the revenue. The amount received, that is, cash inflow or to be received from the customer through operating activities. This activities could be like your sales of product, performance of the services, in return of the firm assets by the outsider. So, in the revenue, in the simpler term, we can say all the things we are doing for generating money, that is known as the revenue. Now, there is a difference between profit and revenue. Once we are saying revenue, that is the whole, it is including your expenses also. But once we are talking about the profit, profit equals to your revenue minus expenses. Profit means revenue minus expenses. Whatever expenses or cost has been put on the development or the production or making the more and more business, that time we subtracted, then only we came to know about the profit. Revenue include the following: sale proceed, how much sales has been done, the fees of the performance of the services, your interest, your rent, all things including in the revenue, whatever you are doing in the business. Expenses, and expenses in an amount incurred in the process of earning revenue. Once we are trying to generate more and more revenue, the things which we are doing, the things for which we are paying, that is known as the different expenses. So, these are the amounts that have been paid, or it would be paid to the person to whom you have taken, to whom you have purchased something, and it will be incurred at the time once you are generating more and more revenue. It include your salary and wages. Once you are paying this salary and wages to your employers and to your laborers, you are using utilities, you are making utilities payments. Suppose you are using telephone, also that time you are paying the telephone charges, internet charges, these all the expenses of the company. Supplies used and the advertising. Advertising is being done for making your business more attractive, to promote your business, to attract more and more customer. The expenses, the things, the money which you are putting on these things is known as the different expenses. Income. What is the income? The excess of revenue over the expenses, means the expenses which you have made to generate the revenue, if it is more than your expenses, that become your income, otherwise it become your loss. Once your value is in the positive terms, means the expenses, suppose you have the total expenditures was suppose 1 lakh and your revenue was 2 lakh. So, if we are calculating the income, we simply subtract it. So, revenue minus expenses, it would be 1 lakh. So, your income for the business would be 1 lakh rupees, because but your revenue would be 2 lakh, because you have not subtracted your expenses. That is what I have just told you before in the previous slide also. Once you are calculating the revenue, you are considering all the expenses also, but once you are calculating the income or any profit, that time what you are doing, you are subtracting the expenses out of your revenue. Trade debtors and the account receivables. These debtors, actually these people are those persons to whom we have given goods. We sold the goods on the credit basis. We have just sold the goods and we have not received the money. Later on, maybe after 15 days, maybe after 1 week, they will return this money to us, but we are selling them, we are selling our product to them on the credit basis. The amount due from the debtors as per the books of account is called as the book debt accounts receivables. The trade debtors is a person who owns money as a result of purchase of goods or services on credit. These are the trade creditors. The creditors are the person, the people to whom we have taken the money to, sorry, not money, we have taken the goods and we have not paid yet. We are supposed to pay them. These creditors become our liability and debtors become our assets, because by the debtors we will receive money and in the creditors we are supposed to pay the money to them. Account payable is a liability that is result from the purchase of goods and services on account or on the credit basis. What is the expenditures? Different expenditures take place when the asset or services is occupied. You spend so much money once you are developing your business. Maybe you are purchasing so many assets, you are purchasing a setup, you are actually hiring some persons, hiring some technology. For that you are actually supposed to pay. So this is all we take once you are purchasing, once you are occupying the assets and the services that took place. Include both payment and the sum immediately promised to pay in the future dates, maybe on the cash basis or maybe on the credit basis. Cash means the immediate payment and the credit means that after some time you are paying it to the person. And expenses and expenditure whose benefit finishes or enjoyed immediately, such as the salary and the rent. The company is paying salary to the employees and company is paying the rent. You can actually similarly at the same point of time you can utilize it. An expenditure which are provided the benefit of the furniture is considered as the asset. A loss is an expenditure without any benefit of the concern. Why the loss is this expenditure? Because you put your money, you work hard for the business and you have made all the expenses, but actually it did not turn off, it did not come in the return. So that time the money which you have introduced in the market, introduced in your business, that was higher what you have get it from the back. So the things we can say that loss means you are receiving less money from whatever you have invested, whatever have been invested into the business. So this is all about the expenses. Next is your inventory stocks or the opening stock. This opening stock, once you start your business, that time you might be having some cash, might be having some goods. Once we are carrying some goods with us, that time it is known as the stock. You will use this stock because it is left out in the previous year. You are supposed to use this stock into this coming year, that is known as the opening stock. It includes all the articles and commodities and you are using it for the business dealing in this similar year, in this coming year. So it become your stock, opening stock. It includes goods held by the firm for resale to customers, which is finished goods, also known as the finished goods, and the raw material. This is known as the inventory, known as the stock or the opening stock. So there are some different branches of the accounting. The branches of the accounting is having this different kind of objectives also. The branches are like financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, government social accounting and human resource accounting. Now we will discuss about these different branches of the accounting. This is your turnover and the drawing. Turnover means your total sale, whatever sales has been done. Drawing means the things which a company owner use for the personal purpose, not using it for the business purpose. Actually the goods and the money is being withdrawn for the personal use. Now the financial accounting. Financial accounting is talk about the recording, classifying and summarizing all the details, all the data, all the monetary transaction. As I just told you that recording, classification and summarization is being done. All these things is being done by the help of journal entries, by the help of ledger and with the help of trial balance. We record, then we prepare the statement like trading, P&L, that is profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. So, all these statement is being prepared to actually know the financial position of the company. With the help of journal entries, you cannot calculate, you cannot find out that company is in the profit or in company is in the loss. It is just recording of the transaction. By the ledger, you can classify all the things, means your cash balances, you came to know that about your capital, your cash, your credit transaction, your purchase and other things, but you cannot conclude that we are in the profit or we are into the loss. By the trial balances, we came to know about the different credit and the debit balances. But once you are preparing the trading P&L and the balance sheet, that time we came to know about the gross profit and gross loss. By the help of P&L account, we came to know about the your actually what is your net profit, what is your net loss, and in the last statement, that is balance sheet statement, you came to know about that what is actually your liabilities and the assets. Once we are talking about the gross profit and gross loss, in the trading we include the direct expenses and direct income. Why this is direct? Because once you are directly related into the production, suppose the production is being done and your labor is working there, that is the direct expenses. You are purchasing the raw material, the opening stock is there, the fuel is there. So, this is the things which are directly related with the business, directly related with the production. By this help, actually directly the output would be there. So, these are the directly expenses which are directly related with the production system. What is the direct income? By selling those finished goods, we are getting income. So, that sales become your direct income. In the P&L account, we are using the indirect term, indirect expenses and indirect income. These expenses actually not helping in the production, but they are helping into the promotion of the company, like advertisement, like salary, like stationery charges, your commission to the different brokers. All these things, all these expenses are being done to promote your business, to enhance your business, telephone charges and all. These all are indirect expenses. Similarly, we do have the indirect income. Indirect income means maybe you are getting rent from some places, maybe you are getting some commissions from some places. So, these all are the indirect incomes which are not coming directly from the production, but these are coming out of your money, out of your expenses which you have made to promote your business. In the balance sheet, we came to know about the liabilities and the assets. The liabilities and the assets are liabilities which you are supposed to pay. This is actually a responsibility of a company, of a business, to pay it back to whom they have taken the money, and the assets are actually helping in the generating the revenue, and by this asset you are promoting your business, your valuation is being done and you are promoting your business, like that what is your total value of the business is. It focus is on the reporting of external parties. In the financial accounting, the mainly these all statements are being prepared to show them to the different parties, so that it can be benefited to the other persons also, and as a company, as a business enterprises, we can also get the benefit. So, because we would be getting more and more investors, more and more customers for our business. What is the scope of financial accounting? In the scope, we studied about the recording of information, we do the classification of the data, making summary of the data, we deal in the financial transactions only, we interpret the financial results and financial interactions, we do the interpretation financial informations. Why? Because we are interpreting that what is actually profit is, what is actually loss is, where we are putting higher money, where what is your expenses, we are doing the interpretation through this, we are comparing our result from the previous one, so that the things can be improved. We are communicating these results to the other parties, to making more and more visuality, to create more and more awareness about the business. We making information more reliable, because we are keeping all the records. Just because we having all the records, the things become more reliable. Now, the cost accounting and its scope. The cost accounting is actually, the cost means accounting for the cost. It is a process of accounting for the cost. It provide information for both management accounting and the financial accounting. It measure the report financial and the non-financial data. What is the scope in this cost? We are considering the cost which has been arised due to the production, due to the time duration of the business. Scope of this is analyze and ascertain the cost of the business, presentation of the cost for the cost reduction and the cost control planning, accumulation and utilization of the cost of data is being done, preparation of the budget we do, and implementation of the budgetary control we do. Why we prepare the budget? We prepare the budget that we can be on the standard. We could not be we cannot utilize our whole money at one place. So, we are supposed to prepare our budget so that we would be in the standard form and our business would be going smoothly. We are ascertaining the profitability for each product, and we are also providing useful data for the management of the taking the more and more decisions, because ultimately what management will do, management will check the financial statements and management will check the cost sheets and all, so that they can make the decision regarding the future planning. This is the management accounting and its scope. This management terms actually become like once you are your smartness, your thinking is being used, your decision power will be used. In the financial accounting, we do the same kind of smartness, we do the same kind of thinking process would be there, innovativeness would be there. Actually it measures the reports of the financial and non-financial information which help the manager to make decision to fulfill the goals of the organization. Once the manager is thinking about the business perspective, that time he or she should be innovative, because out of all these information which has been given provided by the financial accounting and cost accounting, the decision would be come out of that only. So, the thing is this, the manager are having a responsibility to think smartly, to make out the business policies, to make out the different strategies. The scope of the management accounting is financial accounting and interpretation of the data. In the financial accounting, the interpretation is being done, but making the decision is being done in the management accounting. The cost accounting is the scope of management accounting, control procedure and the method, financial management. In the financial management, manager is supposed to take the few decisions. The decisions are related to your investment, related to the finance, means from the where we get the money, and about the dividend and the working capital management. So, these basically three majorly decisions, that is the main decisions of the financial manager is there in the financial management, that investment, finance decision and the dividend decision. Finance decision talk about that from where you are taking the money. Investment decision talk about from where you are investing, where you are supposed to invest your money, which kind of project you should take. And the dividend decision talk about that how much dividend should be distributed, whether it should be distributed or we should not distribute it. So, there are number of theories is being given by the different researchers that these things should be followed once you are into the financial management position. Internal audit is being done, that how actually your statement is there any manipulation, is there any articulation of the data is being done, so that the things could be reliable. To internal audit, by internal audit things could be more reliable, because once you are checking yourself, you can find out your faults yourself. Budgetary and the forecasting, we prepare the budget, we match our actual expenses with the standard expenses, then we forecast for the future. Tax accounting, inventory control, office services and reporting of the management. These all are the scopes of the management accounting. Now, there are some differences between the financial cost and the management accounting. We will talk about, firstly we will talk about the objective of these three. The first one is the financial accounting. The objective is to record all the transaction. In the cost, we ascertain all the cost which is associated with the business, and in this we take the decisions and we formulate the policies. In the nature, it is concerned with the historical data. As I told you that in the financial accounting, we consider that what things has been done in the past. It is concerned with the past and the present, and this is a futuristic approach because we are supposed to take the decision from the past. In this financial accounting, we follow the generally accepted accounting principle. These are the basic guidelines and principles of the accounting on which accounting is being based actually, and this is acceptable in the universe also. In this, they follow the certain principles to record the transaction, but in the management accounting, they take your own decisions. They do not have any kind of particular principles. The data is being used, that is the qualitative data is not recorded into the transaction because we consider only the quantitative data that I told you that monetary transaction would be recording only. The quantitative data is recorded, but in this we consider quantitative as well as the qualitative data. Reporting frequency, we prepare the balance sheet once in a year, mostly at the end of accounting period, that is 31st March. As and when required by the management, we prepare the cost sheet, and as and when management is required, we do the management accounting. Publication, this in the financial accounting, we do the published our annual report into the companies, journals and portals. They cost, and the management accounting is do not having any kind of published. Information being recorded is only monetary transaction is being recorded into the financial accounting, and in this cost accounting we record monetary as well as the non-monetary informations, and similarly we do in the management accounting also. What is the form of accounts? Accounts are prepared to meet the legal requirement. I told you that in the previous class also that we consider each and every transaction to meet the legal requirement, because once you having some problem in the accounts, so that time you are supposed to check the records. If you are missing some entries, that time it would be difficult for the company to find it out. So, we keeping all the records. In the cost accounting, we generally kept voluntarily to meet the requirement of the management, and these are the generally similarly we do in the management accounting. This is all about the different terms of accounts which is being used and different branches of the accounts. In this chapter, in this lesson, we have talked about that what is the different terminology which is being used once you are doing the business, like your debtors, your creditors, your assets, liabilities, cash transactions, business transactions, cash and the credit form. We talked about the financial accounting, that why financial accounting, how this financial accounting, management accounting and the cost accounting is different from the each other, and what is the scope of all these branches. They have a significant role. Every area of the this accounting having a different role. In the financial accounting, we just record the transaction, we just do the interpretation, and in the cost accounting, we record monetary and the non-monetary information to keep a track on the cost. In the management accounting, we are forcing to take the decision regarding the financial positions of the company. We use the qualitative as well as the quantitative concept in this. For more study, you can go to the S.N. Maheshwari books of financial accounting for the manager. If you having any query, you can write me on meenu.balyan@imsec.ac.in. With this, thank you so much.